Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm going to continue making progress here on the. I did a little bit of work on this guy's upper body, but not really much. I finished the sketch and I just made it a little bit less opaque. And now I'm going to start, like, kind of bringing in some forms here. Just going to keep it still very general and sketchy and loose. But we're going to go thinner lines and we're going to start, bringing some stuff in. Now, we have a spear, and I want to get a nice angle on it. So I am going to use the straight line tool in Procreate here. Might erase this at some point, but let's get a good angle here. Actually, it's right here and then comes down here. So I think we'll use this angle. Yeah, this is pretty good. And then I guess I'll just adjust everything to that. And now that that's there, I do want to transform the whole thing to make it a little bit smaller so they kind of fit in a little bit better. And then with this one too, we'll just make it downsize it a little bit. Yeah. And we'll play with the composition some more, but we'll keep following our sketch here. Now we have like a hip tilt here. I don't want too much of a hip tilt, just subtle. Now he's gonna, his belt has supposed to have 2 pouches on the side. Almost like a fanny pack. But then also a sheath for a sword right here, which I'm going to bring to the side here. Kind of busy, but these are armored guys. I like that kind of front thing going on. Maybe bring the belt down a little bit. Give him a longer torso. These are supposed to be tall guys. Now I'm gonna go to, let's find the notes here. Notes. So these are our notes. So right now I'm drawing Kuyomi. Messy bun went out, dark pink eyes, slim but athletic, purple wearing nice card, tall brown boots that go up to his knees, white pants. Just kind of reviewing this. White pants, white coat with purple lining. So the white coat with purple lining, that's kind of confusing to me. Coat falls down to his mid-thigh. He also has a sash over his shoulder. Okay. Because this here is not a coat that goes to his mid-thigh. It's like this weird half cape. But if we're gonna do a coat that goes to mid-thigh, that means we're gonna let's do it this way. I kind of like this thing that they put in front of this gold thing right there. No, we'll keep the arms visible so that they look armored, and we'll keep that sort of half thing, but let's do it this way. Let's have it draping over his shoulder here, draping over shoulder here, and then said mid-thigh, so and then a sash that's supposed to go over the shoulder. Something like this. And this arm is going to come down. my height is about 5'6", 5'5.5". I'm pretty short, to be honest. So these guys, taller guys, this guy's supposed to be 5'10". We'll give him long but strong legs. It's supposed to be slender, slim but athletic, this guy. So I don't want his legs to look skinny per se. Let's keep the muscles in there. Let's get some definition like that. And then he's supposed to have like armored boots. Yeah. We can play with the design a little bit as we do this. Armor on the shin. I made an accidental stroke right there, but it kind of looks cool, so I'm going to keep it. So I kind of want to exaggerate the legs here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make his whole body a little bit slimmer. And then we'll lengthen his legs here. Let's freehand it. Freeform. Freeform. There, we'll make his legs longer. Freeform. There, something like that. His head is too big, making him look a little condensed. We'll make his head smaller. Something like that. That's not bad. I guess we'll call this Xiaomi 1 or Xiaomi 2. We'll just call it KU2. And then the other guy, we'll call it RO2 because his name is Rockwell. And then for him, we want him a little bit chunkier and giving them both slight head tilts. No, I think we're going to bring his head forward. Okay, leather armor. Not too chunky, but enough to show the muscles. We're going to bring his head forward a little bit more. Kind of hunch him over a little bit. Not speaking much because I'm kind of thinking hard about where to place all the pieces. And just, I guess, the body type right now. That looks pretty good. Now the axe here, we'll put it in like pretty deep perspective here. Now it's supposed to be a one-hand axe, so we don't want the hilt to be too big, I guess. Okay, so here, yeah, we'll bring the hilt here and then the axe here. And then his other finger is kind of cradling the blunt end of the axe there. And let's get his knees spread a little bit further apart. Trying to figure out we want this guy to be more balanced, so we'll get both feet kind of level with each other. But I think the calf is pulling back a little bit too far. We want him to feel solid. Whereas the other guy is a little bit more angled. Something's off about this pose. I know what I'm going for, but the angle's not right. That's a little better. Now again, the hip is too low, and I want to accentuate like the length of the legs of these guys, make them feel a little bit taller. Bring these knees up. Yeah. Okay, let's take away draw one and see how it looks. Oh, yeah, we want the bow. That's important. Now, a bowman typically has a very strong right arm. Now, there's something feels right about this guy having a really, really strong right arm. One-handed axe, maybe he's right-handed, and then also draws his bow with his right hand. Left hand would be like more for control, I guess, control and balance. So I think this ends up being kind of fitting here. Focus on his right arm here. Now I'm gonna downsize them both a little bit more. I think I'm going to actually merge these layers. Whoops. And then What I'm going to do is I'm going to downsize them a little bit more so that they fit in my composition a little bit evenly. I might even move them to the right a little bit. Yeah, we'll start removing the original sketch here. Rockwell is his name. 18 though, I don't know if he could have such a crazily chunky toned body at 18. So I might make his muscles a little bit more slender. Like I know there's big guys at 18, but you know what? There's wrestlers that are 18, and I mean, I wonder how LeBron looked at 18. I mean, he probably wasn't as like chunky at that age, and he's tall. This guy's tall, so I don't know. I've seen really big guys at 18, so let's see. So we want him still looking a little young, because this guy's younger than the other guy. Okay, let's create another. Let's actually call this draw 2. Okay, so we'll bring this down in opacity. We'll start drawing again, and then also for the notes layer, I think we can kind of make it even less. Maybe I never really needed the notes layer to begin with, because I can just alt tab to the notes here. Yeah. Strong but agile, almond skin tone, defined muscles. Strong but agile, okay. Yeah. So we'll just call this draw 3. And we're gonna get in there, zoom in a little bit. Not too far again, but zoom in a little bit. Start getting in here and defining some things. Let's keep our brush a little bit bigger. Now we're gonna keep in mind as strong as I want this guy to look. This guy's 18, so like this guy in the original sketch does look 18. So maybe I can like not make the jawline too strong, and not make the like brow ridge too strong. It looks a little bit younger. And maybe the neck not quite as thick. But we still want a strong trapezius, a strong deltoid, and then we'll start covering it with armor here. Now this armor is leather, so we're gonna the pieces are gonna be like woven together. Black clothes underneath. So here we have rolled up black sleeves. I think I can stay faithful to that. And then his left, I don't know if they're supposed to be symmetrical, but his left shoulder pad on the reference. Do we want to do Dragon Ball style where they kind of go jet out a little bit? I don't know. And for leather armor, we're gonna make a pretty solid chest piece here, kind of round it out. So leather armor, we'll bring this down a little bit, and then we'll... So this is where we're going to start changing the design. We're going to bring the belt over the armor here, rather than just a chest piece. I don't know, if I was wearing leather armor, would it just be a chest piece, or would it be like a whole torso piece? I guess just... We'll keep it a chest piece, actually. Making these decisions as I go. We have his wrist. Fingerless gloves this guy has, so. And then the axe is like here. This is his other hand. Might be a little bit too chunky here. We'll bring it in a little bit. I'm gonna reel it in a bit. Yeah, this guy could be 18 for sure. I kind of like this sort of not quite short hair. Well, hold on. The description said military cut, though. Well, let's move that aside. Yeah, short black hair, military cut. So, yeah, we'll keep it short. We're going to keep it a little bit disheveled, but like the original. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, elbow, elbow. Okay, pants. Brown leather armor with black clothing underneath. What is leather armor on the legs? What does that look like? I'm gonna take a closer look at the reference here. Let's move it a little bit off to the side. Okay, we just got a belt and pants. So, yeah, we'll keep it like that. We'll keep it simple. It never had to be full body armor. my belt. Make it a nice thick belt too, Final Fantasy style. And then nice big like baggy pants that will insert into the boot. Let's use a big brush for this part. Okay, he ended up being a little tall, so we will move him up like that, but I think this sketch is really nice. Yeah, I think this sketch is really nice. Now I want a little bit more tilt in the back, so we'll push his waist forward. There we go, that looks a lot more balanced. That's so much better. Okay, so I think he looks great. We'll bring the bow up. And what's holding his bow? We should give him some kind of strap. Angle the bow up this way. And if he uses a bow, then certainly he would need a quiver. So, considering he's right-handed, we'll put the quiver down here. Arrows over here. Now, I want the quiver to affect the silhouette, so maybe... Or maybe... If I'm pulling arrows, it should be facing forward a little bit, actually. Yeah, then we can pull the arrows this way. Arrows right here. And then the axe, let's really push the axe into the silhouette here. I'm really just making a bunch of weird lines just I want to push it into the silhouette to show that this is an axe. There, I think that's a bit better. There. There. That's a lot more clear. It's all about silhouette. Now the axis placement is not very flattering to the silhouette, so I might still continue playing with some of the pieces here. because his arm's supposed to come over here, his left arm. I think the angle just needs to be steeper, I think. I think we'll just change the angle of the axe. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And then put his left hand up here. Right hand, change the angle. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. I'll bring his leg back too. He needs to look taller. Whoa. Okay. So we'll call this a recording for now. I know I've been recording for a while, but this is, I'm getting my workflow better on Procreate. The sketches look good, but we got to keep it fresh. And I think I need a fresh look at this because the silhouette is not looking good. It's looking a little off, so I need to improve that. But yeah, we'll take a break and we'll keep a fresh look on this one. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye bye.